Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are going to be doing a makeup review over the new Pretty Fresh foundation. I love the Pretty Fresh line from Colourpop. I think it's really good for people who have dry skin. So I have the primer and I have the setting spray. And I love these two. These are literally my favorite. Keep my skin very hydrating and very plump. I like the way the primer is, especially because it makes my makeup look very skin-like and dewy. All of them have hyaluronic acid in it, so that is like really good for my dry skin. So a little bit about the foundation. It is hyaluronic acid, which is HA, known to hydrate and support healthy looking skin. And it also has coconut water, and that is known to support hydration and skin softness. It says here the foundation is hydrating with skin perfecting medium buildable coverage for natural, healthy looking skin. It is dermatologist tested, oil free, and vegan. So I'm really excited to try this out today. I got the shade medium 80W, so I'm going to see if that is my skin color. I did try a little bit yesterday just to kind of see like if it was a good match, and I think it is. We're going to try this out today and see how it looks with a full face on, with these products on as well. If you guys are interested in wanting to see what this foundation looks on with the full face and my thoughts about the foundation, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I went ahead and prepped my skin a little bit. I did some toner, moisturizer, and eye cream. Now I'm going to go in with the Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. Like I said, this stuff is amazing. I like to put it right here on this area because that's where I'm really dry at. And then on my forehead area and my chin, I find that I'm mostly dry like this middle section here. And there's times whenever I'm using like acne treatments and stuff like that on my face, I do get a little dry there sometimes, and I did do it last night, so I'm just gonna add some on my cheeks here because those acne treatments get really drying and sometimes my foundation is a little flaky. So now that we have primer on, last, just to go in with some sunscreen really quick. And don't forget your sunscreen, guys. I'm actually going to do one side with a foundation brush and then the other side with a sponge, just so I can compare. I've actually really been loving going in foundation with this brush here. This is the IT Cosmetics number 7 brush. And I've seen quite a few people use this, especially Kathleen Light. She uses this brush and I had to get it. Did not realize it was so expensive, but it's okay. It's supposed to be like the greatest brush. I'm gonna do this side with the brush and this side with a sponge. I may end up just, doing the brush and then going over with the sponge. I know I've been gravitating to that, doing that more, so we'll see. Okay, going in with the brush. Let me take a look. I cannot see. So far, I really like it. Since I do have acne and acne scars, I'm gonna do a second layer to see how it is because of course, since I have my acne scars and acne, you can still see that. But let's go ahead and use the blender and see how this works. By the way, I did not damp the sponge. I keep forgetting to. So I went ahead and did the foundation with the sponge, and I feel like they're really both good. It really looks like skin. I'm gonna go ahead and add a second layer. Again, I do have acne spots and acne, so I do like those to be covered. Okay, with that second layer using the brush, you can still see a little bit of the acne underneath. Went in with the brush on that one. So, I mean, that's perfectly fine with me if I see a little bit of my acne still. Sometimes I'll go in with a concealer and just kind of spot conceal and then put on my foundation, or I'll just put on my foundation and then spot conceal after. So it's really like, it's not a big deal for me. I usually like to have a foundation that's not too heavy and it's more like a dewy finish, which is exactly what this is, and I really like that. As long as my face doesn't look like too heavy, I'm okay with that. If I had to choose between the brush and the sponge, I think I would choose the brush, because with the brush it does look a little bit more skin-like. They both applied really nicely, but if you're wanting something that's more like a skin-like finish, then you should definitely go in with the foundation brush. It looks really good. I am going to go over with the sponge just a little bit so everything is like nice in its place. I feel like I did a really good job covering most of my acne with 2 layers of the foundation. I don't see, like, it's not as bad as other foundations. Usually you have to go in with like another layer just on this area, or maybe go in with a spot concealer. But it's looking really good with 2 layers. It feels very lightweight as well. After I do my foundation, I like to go in with a setting spray just so I can get that more dewy look. I'll go in with the sponge and just pat it in. And I think this color is pretty good. The one in front of this color was a little bit too on the pink side, and the one after was a little bit too darker. And I'm actually surprised because usually I've tried Colourpop's foundations before and they kind of oxidized a little weird for me. So I was kind of scared to try this product because I didn't know if it was going to oxidize a little differently. I don't think it oxidized at all actually. It looks a little darker in here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but my face looks a little darker. But yesterday, whenever I did like a little test on my neck, I went outside and it actually looked like a really good match. Natural lighting outside, that's where you need to check to see if this is your color, because you can trust the lighting indoors. I got a Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer too. I got this a while ago, but I'm gonna see how this looks on the foundation. So the concealer actually did really well. So I'm gonna go in with some powder. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the base face with you guys so we can see how like other products work on top of the foundation and the concealer. Hey guys, so I'm currently editing right now and I wanted to go ahead and fast forward through the base section so we can get to the final review and thoughts of the foundation. I will have everything listed of what I used down in the description. I love this stuff. I'm gonna pat it in. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyes off camera and I will be right back to show you guys the finished look and my thoughts on this foundation. Okay, hold on, let me get my music on. Okay, so I finally finished my makeup. I took a long time because I haven't done a wing liner in like years. I was struggling with that. I decided to do this really pretty green look. It kind of reminds me of like some kiwi, and I actually want kiwi now. My final thoughts on the Pretty Fresh foundation. So like I said before, my skin is dry and I really love the primer and the setting spray. Those are the best. I feel like using that with different other foundations, it makes my skin look really nice. I actually really like this foundation. It feels very nice on the skin. It feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels like, I feel like this foundation is really good for summer right now. Like I said, I do have acne and I do have scarring. So with 2 coats of this foundation, I feel like it did a really good job at covering up some of my acne. I do see a little bit of some spots coming through the foundation. I might have to play with this foundation a little bit more and kind of work with what I need to do. Like if I have to go in with concealer first and then go in with the foundation, or vice versa. I also did notice a little bit of some dry areas on my acne. Last night I had done an acne treatment, like I had put benzoyl peroxide from Paula's Choice on last night. So sometimes whenever I do that, my cheek area where my acne is gets a little dry. I also didn't use my regular moisturizer. I used this new moisturizer I got yesterday from Ulta, the Shiseido, I think I'm saying that right, moisturizer. Usually I go in with my Belief True Cream Moisturizing Balm. I usually go in with this, but I went in with this one instead. It might be my moisturizer that didn't give my skin a really good hydration. So next time I am going to do my regular moisturizer and see how that works. This time I am going to still play around with this to see what works well with me and my skin. But overall, I really love this foundation. It feels really nice. And usually I never see these 2 freckles whenever I'm wearing my foundation. They're always like kind of light, but they're actually pretty dark, and I actually really like it because, you know, you can never see my freckles. I do have a little bit of some creasing here, smile lines of course. Well, those are really just my thoughts right now and my first impression with the foundation. I really think this foundation is worth it if you are looking for something that's hydrating, something that's going to not feel so heavy during the summertime. Right now in Texas, it's like so hot. Well, that is it for this video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and my first impression on this Pretty Fresh foundation. You should definitely go pick this up and try it out. It's only $16. I picked this up at Ulta, so they already have it at Ulta. You can't unfortunately test any of these at Ulta, but you should definitely check out Colourpop's website because they have the color swatches and everything, and I believe this is already launched on Colourpop's website. If you like these type of videos and you want me to do another first impression on something else, then definitely let me know. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you can get notified, and follow me on Instagram so you can see the details on this eye look. And I will catch you guys on my next video.